This series is not meant to be an accurate representation of the current NASCAR Cup Series. This is a fictional series, ran on NR2003 for enjoyment. I hope you enjoy today's race. We are back in Texas, where Kyle Larson went to victory lane the last time we were here, and today we are ready to go racing again here in the Lone Star State, here in the NR2003 simulation season. Welcome everybody to today's race. It's going to be a good one. We saw great action here the last time we were here when Kyle Larson went to victory lane, was able to work himself from mid-pack up to the front of the field to take victory the last time in Texas. Today, it's a totally different day, a different lineup, and we're ready to go racing here in Texas. Let's take you trackside to get these cars fired up, cars on track, and racing around this 1.5-mile racetrack.
Drivers!
Engines are fired, ready to go racing here in Texas. Well, it looks like we have an issue already for the two of Austin Cindric. Car not getting fired up. Austin Cindric still sitting on pit road. Looks like they had a flat tire on the two car. While he deals with that, we'll have the starting lineup. Austin Cindric scheduled to start first, but Tyler Reddick will move up to that position. So an issue for Austin Cindric right off the start. Not the way that the two car wanted to start this race. You can see here Kyle Larson starting a little further up this time around. Last weekend, it was Denny Hamlin who went to victory lane. Who will it be this weekend? Cars round turn number 4. Going to come into the restart zone here. Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney into the restart zone. Green flag in the air. We are racing at Texas Motor Speedway. Tyler Reddick jumps out to the early lead. Kyle Busch pretty close behind. Both those drivers with a win so far this season. And Kyle Busch going to show his muscle early in this one. Kyle Busch down to the inside of Tyler Reddick, down to turn 3 and 4. Eric Almirola looking like he's going to try to follow the 18 through. He will get to the quarter panel of Tyler Reddick coming off of turn number 4. Brad Keselowski not too far behind. Last time we were here, it was this car. Kyle Larson went to victory the last time we were here. Kyle hoping to go 2 for 2 here in Texas and get another win. A couple of colleague racing cars. Justin Haley been super consistent so far this season. Has not had the speed that the 16 has had, but he has been super consistent. A 16 car does have a victory with AJ Allmendinger. I saw some 3-wide action there in the a little bit further back with Austin Dillon racing with a few of the Hendrick Motorsports race cars. William Byron right now stuck in the middle. Still 3 wide. Looks like Christopher Bell going to try to make a move on Chase Elliott, as they're still 3 wide close there between Dillon and Byron in turn number 4. Austin Dillon, he looks like he got loose or tight or something coming off of turn number 4. Very, very slow down the front straightaway, and that's going to hold Chase Elliott up. Elliott has struggled so far this season. After that win in Daytona, it has been a struggle for that 9 car and that 9 team to get these results that they need to make the playoffs. Chase struggling here today. It was heartbreak for this driver last week. Dominated at Darlington. Led over 80% of the laps in that race. But was passed on the last lap by Denny Hamlin for the win. So Chastain trying to make a comeback, a rebound race here after that heartbreak at Darlington. The one car has been very strong so far this season. An update on Austin Cindric. Cindric was able to get back on track and start the race after they changed out that tire on the 2 car. So Austin Cindric not a lap down. He's still on the lead lap. He's being shown currently in the 34th position, but with the 2 car starting on the pole position, you have to think that there is some speed in that 2 machine for this afternoon. This race 4 laps shorter than the one back earlier in the season. So a little bit less time for Cindric to do anything with it. At the front of the field, it is all Kyle Busch at the moment. Eric Almirola right behind him. Almirola has had a couple tough weekends here as of late. Almirola upside down at Bristol Dirt and then upside down at Talladega. 2 pretty serious looking wrecks for Eric Almirola, trying to just rebound and get a good result. Ryan Preece is going to be taking over for Eric Almirola next year in that 10 machine. Last week's winner, Denny Hamlin. Hamlin right now being shown all the way back in the 15th position, working on his journey towards the top 10. That win last week was huge for the 11 team and huge for Joe Gibbs Racing as a whole. They had been struggling. They got a win with Kyle Busch at COTA. They did win the All-Star race, but had not shown consistent speed. But after that win last week, it looks like Joe Gibbs this week. Has really shown up. Taking a look at Truex here. Truex in the 10th position. Daniel Hemrick looking like he wants that 10th position. He will get it off of turn number 4. Chase Elliott battling William Byron currently. Elliott in 18th had a really good run going last week at Darlington, and that car just did not have the speed towards the end of the race in order to compete with some of these other cars. Hoping to have a better result this weekend. We've got some 3 wide with the guy we were just talking about, Denny Hamlin. And a big note here, look at the 38. Todd Gilliland having a great run so far in Texas. Gilliland being shown in the 16th position right now. So Gilliland really showing some speed that he's got in that 38 car, which is a big confidence boost for Todd, who has really struggled, has not finished in the top 20. So Gilliland today having a pretty good run, racing alongside Christopher Bell and William Byron, Chase Elliott. Anytime you're racing around those guys in a race, you know that you have some speed in your race car. A couple cars ahead of him is Harrison Burton. Have not talked about him much other than when he got into Martin Truex Jr. at COTA, and Truex right behind him right now. Harrison having a great day in 12th. Could possibly have some speed to get a top 10 out of this, and we did have a change for the lead. Up at the front, Kyle Busch had got stuck up on the high side, and he lost the lead to Brad Keselowski, but now these two, Keselowski and Almirola, are battling hard for the lead. And these guys shouldn't look in their mirror, because the 5 of Larson, he is only a few cars behind, and you know Larson had won the race here back earlier in the season, so you know Larson knows his way around this place. Texas has been one of those places for Kyle Larson, and he's been able to really show his talent and his speed. Won the All-Star race in 2021. He's won at Texas multiple times. I mean, this 5 car is ready to race today, and he's right now in 4th position. Actually, the last time we were at Texas as well, Almirola was involved in an incident that took him out of contention. Back talking about Harrison Burton, right now he's battling for that 10th position. Looks like he's going to be able to possibly get it off of turn number 4. Suarez battles back on the outside, but Harrison Burton move him to the top 10. And at the front of the field, Almirola looks like he has been able to get by Brad Keselowski to take the lead. Tyler Reddick right there, Kyle Larson right there. Reddick qualified 3rd, was able to start on the front row with that issue that Austin Cindric had, so Reddick has got some speed in the 8 car as well. There's Tyler right there, riding in the 2nd position. Update on Austin Cindric has not gone much further than the last time we had checked in on him. Cindric still being shown in the 34th position, so a rough day for Cindric. Back right around the top 10. Byron looking to the inside on Bell. He's going to take a peek down the back straightaway, but looks like he's going to just get back in line. And there's a pass for the lead. Tyler Reddick. He's going to go to the lead. Taking a look at some of the fastest laps here. Kyle Busch does have the fastest lap of the race so far. Almirola with the 2nd fastest lap. The 8 car and the 5 car are not even on the top 10 of the fastest lap charts right now. Larson is 11th and Reddick is 12th. Credit Reddick with leading another lap. But might not be for long as Larson looks to the inside, but looks like Reddick will be able to defend pretty well from that outside lane. Here comes Keselowski. Brad Keselowski to the inside of Kyle Larson. Keselowski's already led for a little while today. Does not have a win yet this season. We talked about earlier in the show, these two colleague racing cars racing right with each other the whole race so far. Alex Bowman looking to the inside of Daniel Hemrick, putting Kyle Larson 3 wide. Some tight racing there. Alex Bowman, a multiple-time winner this season, looking for 3. There goes Kyle Busch to the inside of Bowman. As the season goes on, you're starting to see some of these guys that are very, very good. And talking about Justin Haley, we talked about him earlier in the season, how he didn't seem to have the speed. He'd kind of been lacking in the result department as far as wins goes. He was very consistent, top 10, and that sort of thing, but the 16 car getting that win early in the season, and the 31 not going to victory lane yet, slight cause for concern for that college racing team. But right now, Justin Haley, he's so high up in the points right now because of his consistency that he's had over this last little while, and today he's showing that consistency again as he's running in third place with some real speed in that 31 car. As a little bit ahead of him, we have a battle for the lead between Keselowski and Reddick. Justin Haley's going to love seeing this because this is going to be able to bring that 31 machine right into the battle. But Reddick with a good run into the corner, had a much better arc down into turn number 3. He's going to be able to defend well off of the 6 of Brad Keselowski. Haley still was able to close up that gap as those guys made those evasive moves, racing each other for the lead. Keselowski to the inside again. This is going to bring the 31 right to the back bumper. Who is he going to decide to go with? He's going to decide to just run the traditional line up by the wall. Now running a slightly higher lane, looking like he's going to try to get a run on the 6 down the front straightaway. Not sure he's going to be able to get there. Possibly down into turn number 1 and 2, Haley will be able to make the move, but Keselowski right to the bottom of the racetrack closes that off. You can see the 2 distinct lines between the leader and second place. Reddick riding a little bit up off the bottom, which does tend to open up the bottom for passes, so gonna have to be pretty careful of that, especially when you have a driver like Kyle Busch coming back towards the front. There's Kyle making a pass for the 3rd position. Alex Bowman right behind him. He's gonna take advantage of Justin Haley being moved up the racetrack by the 18. Green flag pit stops are going to be happening here pretty soon. Another driver we have not talked a lot about this season is Ryan Blaney. Now, Blaney does not have a win this season, but Blaney very high in the points because kind of the same situation as Justin Haley. He's been very consistent. Has not got a win yet this season, but has been very, very consistent as the season has gone on. So you got to think that a win is coming soon for the 12 with just the speed that, you know, Joey Logano showed in Las Vegas. You know, and the speed that the 12 has carried through the majority of this schedule this season. Looking like we are having some green flag pit stops. Tyler Reddick, Cole Custer. Looks like these guys coming in. Tyler Reddick was your leader. So the 8 car trying to join the multiple win club. Showing his hand early, coming down to pit lane. A little contact there, Cindric and Dillon. But Cindric, he's making his pit stop. Looking like it's going to be right side tires. Meanwhile, this front pack still racing together. Justin Haley still on the racetrack, being shown your leader at the moment. Being told Justin Haley's going to be coming in either this lap or next. Haley down to pit lane. Oh, and the rest of these cars, they're going to miss pit lane. We might have 3 penalties here. Almirola, Hamlin, and Kurt Busch. They drove through the painted section at the end of pit lane. We'll have to keep an eye on this, as Almirola, Hamlin, and Kurt Busch, those guys might end up with some penalties here. unsafe pit entry. Back on the racetrack. As I said, we'll keep you updated on that. And they indeed all have penalties that they have to serve. Hamlin has served his penalty, Kurt Busch has served his, and Almirola should be taking off here, and he has served his penalty. They held them for 15 seconds for an unsafe pit entry. That's going to be detrimental for those drivers. Unfortunate for those three. So 3 penalties handed out. Back at the front of the field here. Once we get there. The battle for the lead has actually moved further up the racetrack. It's going to be between Kyle Busch and Alex Bowman. 2 awesome stops for these 2 drivers. Both these drivers have won this season. Bowman with 2, Kyle Busch with 1. And Kyle looking to be the next multiple-time winner. But it looks like, unless a caution comes out, these 2 guys are going to be where the battle for the win is going to happen, as Cole Custer is 3 seconds behind these 2. We've seen passing be very difficult here this afternoon, especially when it was a pass for the lead. So Kyle Busch going to have to be pretty defensive, as Alex Bowman has run him down quite a bit. He was about 0.4 of a second behind him, but Bowman now to the back bumper of Kyle Busch, looking to the inside down into turn number 1, 0.1 of a second back at the start-finish line. But now it's going to be Alex Bowman looking to the inside of Kyle Busch. They're going to be side by side off of turn number 2. Busch with the run off the corner, neck and neck down the back straightaway. Bowman and Kyle Busch battling it out here at Texas. They're going to be side by side coming off of turn number 4. Who is going to have the edge at the start-finish line? It looks like it's going to be, oh, I couldn't even tell. It looks like it's going to be the 48 of Alex Bowman. 0.00 seconds the lead for the 48. They were dead even at the line. And Bowman has gotten by Kyle Busch, but Busch right there to make a move if he can get back to Alex Bowman. Are we going to have another exciting finish this weekend? A 2-dog fight. But Bowman extending the lead a little bit more, almost 0.2 of a second at the start-finish line. So Alex Bowman has taken over the lead. And now he's trying to extend it. We've had a lot of passes in the last 10 laps this season that have decided who was going to win or lose this race. Now keep in mind, this race is 4 laps shorter than the race earlier in the season. Kyle Busch still right there, about 0.2 of a second behind Bowman. Not sure if he's going to have the speed to get back up to the 48. But as we saw last week, Toyota was able to run down Ross Chastain. Just to update you as well on the 11, 10, and 45, they are being shown 37th, 38th, and 39th after serving that penalty. Kyle was able to cut into the lead a little bit that time. Down the back straightaway, pretty close for the 18. Not looking like Kyle's going to be able to close it up any more this lap. About 2/100ths, that's not going to do it. Looks like the 18 is much better on entry to 1. But Bowman able to extend it the rest of the way around the racetrack. And there's that extension off of 2 for the 48. Bowman off of turn number 4. He's going to see the white flag. One more lap to go around Texas. Another notable, Chase Elliott has moved into the top 5. Just checking in on him. Back up at the front of the field, it's all Hendrick Motorsports teammate Alex Bowman. Off of turn number 4, Kyle Busch. 3 car lengths back. Alex Bowman, for the third time this season, will go to victory lane in Texas. And Alex Bowman, Hendrick Motorsports again here at Texas Motor Speedway. And a caution-free race will go to victory lane today. So another huge points payout for Alex Bowman, really solidifying his spot in the conversation when it comes to the playoffs. Alex Bowman will bring it to the front straightaway. And here comes Alex Bowman, today's winner in Texas. Gonna burn it down on the front straightaway in the Ally 48. Had to battle Kyle Busch, one of the best here in Texas, in order to get this win, but was able to do it in the final 10 laps. And Alex Bowman will bring Hendrick Motorsports and the 48 team to victory lane once again this season. A great race for the 48 of Alex Bowman to come home with the victory today. Hendrick Motorsports showed their dominance yet again here in Texas Motor Speedway. The rest of the finishing order coming up right now. Kyle Busch, as I mentioned, in second place. A good day for that Joe Gibbs Racing camp with the 18. Chase Elliott, top 5. Definitely needed a good run. Those pit stops, you could definitely see that the crews for the 18 and 48 played a huge role in who won this race. Those two crews getting those cars off pit lane really, really fast, ahead of Cole Custer, who is actually trending upward right now. Ever since his win at Pocono, the 41 has been trending upward in the power rankings. So, good day for Cole Custer as well. Unfortunately, as you can see, Denny Hamlin, 45, and the 10, they all had penalties for an unsafe pit entrance, which ruined their day. Almirola was up front. Taking a look now at the point standings, Alex Bowman, another big points day for him. And as I had said, he's really been the talk of the town when it comes to a driver who is predicted to go pretty far in the playoffs. So, Bowman a big points day. Blaney, decent points for him as well. Another exciting finish here in the NR2003 simulation season. Last week it was the last lap pass. This week it was pass in the final 10 laps. We've seen that a lot this season, which has created a really fun and enjoyable experience here in the series. Taking a look at the schedule, we go to Daytona next. Daytona, last time we were there it was Chase Elliott who had taken the victory in the Daytona 500. This time it is at night. Should be a very interesting race. When it comes to Daytona, the big one can happen and take out drivers that have shown a lot of speed. So next week we go to Daytona. We hope to see you there. Thank you for tuning in today for the race at Texas. Alex Bowman, your winner today at Texas Motor Speedway.